right, is it working now? We good? I have no idea. I don't know if it's Streamlabs or is it Twitch. It has to be Twitch. It's saying that my internet's dropping. That's impossible. Here, I'll show you guys. See? It said that I went from here and then completely dropped down and then went that way. It's impossible. Oh, it's really stupid of him. He survived that? No, right? Wow, he did survive that. That's incredible to me. Wow, okay. Why are these fucking losers at fucking in high ranking, bro? In the high ranking system. Let me tweet something out real quick. You two are fucking dog shit. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so dog shit and legend. Okay, I mean legend. And mythic and this dumbass right here. Dog shit. Okay, if you say so, bro. She dead too. You know what we can do? I know what we can do. I think you're an asshole for having nothing but mages. But I'll let you throw this fucking game. Good afternoon, chat GPT. I'm currently using Streamlabs OBS, and now and then, without any warning, all sound plus microphone stops working, but the stream still continues. And Twitch is saying that my internet falls, but when I do a internet speed check, I have 700 megabits per second. Would you have any suggestions on the reason why this is happening? Okay. Let's try. We'll try. If it goes down again, we'll try the other one. It can't be that though. You know what I can do? I can stream Twitch with OBS, and I can stream another one with the other one. It has to be Twitch though. It has to be. And something's happening with Twitch is fucking up, because if it wasn't, I have the guard where it keeps it going for like 90 seconds and that doesn't even go off. So it has to be Twitch, dude. It has to be. I'm coming. God damn it, I hate carrying losers, bro. Holy shit, bro. Dude, honestly, I don't, Smelly. I don't, bro. I'm sorry. Let me check your logs. I don't, bro. Hold on. God, when was the last time? Dude, Smelly, what? Hold on. That's saying a lot that I don't remember you. You must have never really said anything, bro. Bro, the last time we talked was like 4 months ago. Jeez, it's such a long time. Yep, we're still doing our thing, brother. And you only have 149 messages, bro. So I wouldn't be able to remember that. But yeah, we're still suing them, bro. We're still doing it again, man. Have a good one, bro. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Dang it, bro. Cheers, brother. Damn, I didn't get her. Cheers, bro. Cheers. Eee, not good. Excuse me. That's what happens, bro. That's what happens when you think that your vote doesn't fucking matter. Being arrested without due process, bro, of all the bullshit that's happening right now around the world. We're protecting a crackhead's fucking son and a corrupt motherfucker that's been in office for like 50 plus fucking years and done nothing for himself, and actually is one of the most racist motherfuckers on planet Earth. Isn't that fucking beautiful, bro? Yep. What you gonna do about it, dude? Let's see what happens. Okay. Up. I guess now we're carrying losers. Disgusting. Ugh. So bad. Like I said, useless. Fucking losers, bro. Just AI one by one running up there like fucking retards, bro. Just, let's keep running into them. Fucking idiots, bro. Like, straight up fucking idiots, dude. No excuse. No fucking excuse. Fucking pathetic, dude. Fucking pathetic, bro. Fucking pathetic losers, bro. Jesus Christ. Fucking pathetic, dude. Fucking pathetic, dude. Fucking dog shit, dude. I'll be back, guys.
I'll put my money where my mouth is. Let's finish this dungeon here, and I'll go craft one. And remember, Necro's apparently real.
I'll be back, guys. I gotta go do something real quick.
From here.
Yeah, I've been using Shadow Blight since like level 50 or so. The attack speed one is just really crappy passive, unfortunately. The fact of the matter is, as a Necro, you're gonna get hit all the time. Can't really escape it. 41 will have Butcher 100%. Okay. There's nothing special about my gear. My talents are a work in progress. I don't... If you want to play a Necro build that's very similar, that knows tried and true, play the Blizzard Necro. Most of my AoE damage are Blizzard mages. I'm still using Blizzard mages. How am I so tanky? Remember how I said that armor is overpowered? I'm gonna get every armor tree, armor node on the Paragon tree. Well, I am doing that.
I need more time.
Like guys, if they make armor as strong, not weaker, as strong as like the other 90% of defensive mechanics, you will see every barb dying to every white mob in like a level 40 Nightmare Sigil. Like, I've seen some of these characters, the reason barbs are dishing that damage is because they have like no defenses. It's because armor's busted and they get like 1,000 of it for free being strength. That's it. Armor's so busted. The reason I'm tanky is because I have some extra armor. That's it. That's all it is. My Sork has every single defensive option available to the class. I get one shot by a white archer on 40. Because I don't have armor. But my DR mechanics are like triple a typical barb. Everything okay? shields. I won't write off shields completely.
I need more time. I need more time.
I haven't tried the minion ring. People say it's quite good. When I switched to Shadow Mages, because I need the defensive benefit of chilling and freezing and stuff right now. I don't have that high armor yet.
Proper tools of vengeance. Have a look.
I have much better rolls for that one. 707. Oh wow, those boots are crazy. I don't like the max evade charges though. What do I have in my boots? Warriors. Okay. 1200.
Yeah, give it over.
I guess those have dodge chance, which is kind of cool. Those are gonna have much higher movement speed though, and higher DR while injured. See if we can get a good stat on them.
First Carlo, now Leah. There's something out there killing us and no one will do anything.
Dodge, I guess. Is that good? 5. Oh yeah, that is good. Pretty poor, so I don't know if I want to chain roll them. Yeah, I think I'll go for it. The mage is on the amulet for +3. I went for a little bit blizzard damage.
When you're a leader, the competition is always hoping that you're going to slip up. So, these suits are here to make sure that anything that I say is legally indisputable. Like, Apartments.com has the widest variety of variety. Apartments.com was the reason that apartments were invented. Heck, we got more spaces than space.
That's entirely incalculable.
Incalculable? Oh, I think that's legalese for true. Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
need parts, eBay Motors ensures a guaranteed fit. Let's see, you'll need headlights and a bumper. At least you can skip the car wash. Just go to eBay Motors. The check means a guaranteed fit. Let's ride.
Let's see what you're gonna get from the Jackbox. My epic Jumbo Jack. Eat it quick so it doesn't take up inventory space. Now go loot the real thing. Only at Jack in the Box.
Shift click to compare. I mean, it's like 5% less damage reduction while injured, but it's not 5%. Because you're only taking 63, so 5% of 63 is like 9%. There's like 9% less damage taken when under 35. The comparison tool is horrendous, bro. I mean, don't waste your time with it. You literally, on items that have the same stats, it's bad.
Happy travels.
You don't need dodge when you have armor. So dodge is still quite good because you can dodge everything, including like it's like a little complicated here. Okay, so the way chill works is it chills you for like 3 seconds, and each chill application has a percentage. If that percentage hits 100, you get frozen. All right. If you have like 30 dodge, which is what I have, if that chill cannot reach 100 within a 3-second interval, I can't be frozen by that monster anymore. That's a really big difference. So I think dodge isn't like the best defensive mechanic because it doesn't stop you from getting one-shotted. But it's still very good.
Honestly.
And boots,
We
like
might
the
really,
boot slot
I mean, we
itself,
can't, right? Who owns
there's
this?
only 2 defensive mechanics that can go on boots. The 2 that they have. Okay. Those 2. So
Fucking
these
Blizzard,
are
bro.
as defensive boots as you can get on a Necro. Yeah. So that's why I'm very happy to see them. Like like on pants, it's debatable if I should keep the dodge chance. Because on pants, I can get like DR from affected by shadow, I can get DR from close. On pants, the dodge isn't that super good. But on boots, it is. 1 second.
What a superior product.
Quarter Barracks is like extremely bad for this build. But I don't really want to roll these too much, so let's go. Level 38 at 68. These are really bad mobs. This might be a bad idea, but we'll see.
I cannot do that here. I need time to do that.
Let's just do this event since we're here. 1-stack fortify fast enough. Yeah, but that'll change. I'm also under-leveled for this content, so I'm taking more damage than I should be, which is dropping the fortify. My fortify generation is going to be like double or triple, and my fortify loss is going to be, I don't know, a lot less eventually. I'm pretty confident Necros can keep up fortify with corpse mechanics, and this Necro will be using lots of corpse mechanics.
I need time to do that.
No CC break. So what I'm gonna do is get enough armor so I just like take the hit on the chin. But yeah, we are going to use the thingy eventually. When I take 60 int or 11 DR affected by shadow res. That's a tough call. Depends how much int you have. Alright, let's see how bad this is. This might be really bad. Going down. Okay. Don't really need an elixir. Let's use a decent one. Hold resist. Yeah, let's do a life one, that's fine. And the golem's almost one-shotting the skeletons that are about 30 levels higher. I'm just a little bit worried about those rooms that have like the triple vampire lord. Oh, and apparently we have corpse pose. Yeah, here we go.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet.
This is the bad thing here.
I need more time.
All my minions are dead, so I don't know if I can do this. This is a really bad dungeon. I think my golem is also dead, so I think if I separate them, I'll be able to do that. But it looks like the corpses despawned in the previous rooms. Yeah, that's a really shitty mechanic.
I need more time.
I need to get my minion army going again, and it's really hard to do that right now. even know what mechanics I even have for that. Okay, here we go. Skellies. Chain Skellies. Okay, we're in mage territory here.
I need more time.
Okay, I think we're stabilized. All right. Yeah, I just can't handle like 5 elites with mortar and shit at the same time.
I'm not
Yeah, I need to like withdraw. Oh crap, it pulled all of them again. All my minions are dead again. Yeah, I don't know if I could do this. They're all running back to their stupid room. Okay.
I need more time.
Bullshit.
Have no potions.
Have any potions left, so gotta like ace it here.
I do not have any potions.
Okay, yeah, I can't do it. It's the mob type though. I mean, you saw me crushing the dungeon. There's 5 of those stupid lords in the same room, and they have lifesteal. I don't know.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm getting chains to see in the corner now.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, no, I'm out. I'm out. And these mobs have lifesteal. The innate mobs have lifesteal. I shouldn't have done this dungeon. I'll do another one. I'm quite confident I can do it. I actually think it's much easier than I expected. It's just that specific dungeon is really, really rough until I can get like enough DR to not have my minions ever die, which I don't think I'm like that far from.
All right, traveler.
Let's try.
Oh, you caught a rare one.
What do we get? Attack speed. Oh, this is pretty rough too, but okay, whatever. So these have corpse explosions, so when they die, I'm probably gonna kill off some of my minions.
I cannot do that here.
I just have to watch out for that corpse explosion. I don't think the rest is going to be a problem. Yeah, level 9. This is actually going to be pretty easy, I think. Minus the corpse explosion part.
I need more time.
Now the main is staying alive. Well, they take a maximum amount of damage, and I have a CC. They can't take more than 30% of their health and damage, and every 5 seconds they heal for like 70-something%. With chain corpse explosion there.
I need more time.
Get ready to hear the truth about America on a show that's not immune to the facts with your host, Dan Bongino.
So the craziest thing happens yesterday. A lot of you were here for the live chat. By the way, welcome to Joe1911. I saw it's your first time in the chat. Good to have you. And welcome to all of our P1s that are here every day. I see the same names. Always good to have you. But most of you were here for yesterday's show or saw it on delay afterwards. And we did this show about George Soros, how he hands down his influence to his son, Alexander, this multi-billion-dollar enterprise, and how the son is saying, shockingly, Alexander Soros is saying, I'm even more political than my dad, George. And the weirdest thing happens yesterday. My website, BonginoReport.com, which is the conservative alternative to the now fully liberal Drudge Report, gets hit, I didn't tell you guys this, by a massive DDoS attack. Had us down, if you had trouble getting on BonginoReport.com yesterday, for like 3 or 4 hours. We were under just relentless assault. I do not believe it was an accident.
Weird.
As yeah, weird, right? A congressman friend of mine, a good one, texted me and said, you must be over the target on something. So I'm really sorry if you went to Bongino Report yesterday. It worked, but it was just really slow because all of these bots were trying to pull our website down. It was a massive attack, but our company's really good, and thankfully we cleaned it up. So thanks for your loyal support. I appreciate it. Yes, I saw in the chat, of course, we're going to talk about the tapes. The title of today's show is They've Got Tapes, or They've Got Tapes, or They Got Tapes. I don't know which one of those it's going to be, because you got the Department of Justice and the FBI obviously running cover. So the fact that we have even more conclusive evidence of Biden's corruption, is it going to result in anything? The answer, sadly, yo no say. I don't know. Today's show brought to you by iTarget Cube. For years, you've heard me talk about iTarget. If you got one, I'm about to take you to the next level. You want to train with your firearm? You better. You got to be proficient. You got to be safe with it. You ever seen competitive shooters practice timing drills on the range? Imagine being able to do that at home anytime you want without spending a dime on ammo. That's what the all-new iTarget Cube does. I use it all the time. The iTarget Cube is fully compatible with your existing laser rounds. You buy one or upgrade to the 3-pack. That's what I have for a truly unique training experience. Compete with friends, practice clearing drills, use random mode to test your ability to react, all while the system times every shot you take. Right now, save 10% on this amazing system plus free shipping with the offer code DAN when you go to itargetpro.com. iTarget comes in most calibers from 9mm to 223, so you can train with almost any firearm. It's the easiest, most cost-effective way to train. It pays for itself in a single day. That's the letter I. itargetpro.com, itargetpro.com. Use offer code Dan. Pick the system up today. One of my most talked about products we advertise on the show. People love it. All right, Joseph, let's go. Big show.
The tapes.
Some of you will get that if you were born in the 70s, 80s, or the 60s
Yes.
and watched the specific show with Ricardo Montalban. Some of you will get that in the chat. Okay, so before we get to the tapes, I want to get to something really important. I discussed it a little bit on the radio show yesterday, but Trump's indictments today. There is something about the indictment. I let you down yesterday. P1s, Chatsters, Bongino fans out there. I grotesquely let you down. There was something I wanted to talk about. I even took a note on the damn paper and I missed it. There is something really, really fishy. You know when you just get that bad, you're like, I'm not eating. That's this. You got to put that dish away. There's something about this indictment I noticed yesterday, and someone reminded me about it, and I was like, damn it, I was supposed to tell the podcasters. It's this. I want you to listen to this first. This is Special Counsel Jack Smith, the guy tyrannically prosecuting Donald Trump for a non-crime about these classified documents. I want you to pay very close attention to what he says here about, hey, man, we really want this trial to move fast because you have the constitutional right to a speedy trial. Because the government can't if I arrest Joe for a bank robbery, I can't try Joe 25 years later and ruin his entire life. You got to try him fast and get it over with. Everybody get that? You all have read the Constitution. You know what I mean. You have the constitutional right to a speedy trial. They have to give you a speedy trial unless you waive it. And most defendants waive the speedy trial. I'll explain more. The government rarely, I have never seen the government in my many federal arrests I've been involved in push for a speedy trial. So why is Smith doing it? Take a look.
My office will seek a speedy trial in this matter, consistent with the public interest and the rights of the accused. We very much look forward to presenting our case to a jury of citizens in the Southern District of Florida.
Okay, Leo Getz style. Okay. Why is the government, pushing for a speedy trial? Well, Dan, they're doing it because they're respecting Donald Trump's constitutional right to a speedy trial. That's a good one. That's really funny. The government never pushes for a speedy trial. You want to know why? I worked in the government, been involved in a lot of federal criminal trials. Here's the reason they don't want a speedy trial. No one wants a speedy trial because a lot of people who work in the government like to, let's just say, pace out their work. You know what I mean, Joe? I'll give you a quick example. Joe, it's just a quick question. I'm not messing with you here. You know, Joe works every day, puts in 6 to 8 hours a day, depending on how workload is, starts cutting stuff in the morning. Joe, would you rather work, 5 days a week and do the show like it is now? Or would you rather me say to you, Joe, we're going to do all 200 shows this year in 1 week, and I need you to work 24 hours a day? You'd probably pace it out, right? Just not go.
I'll go for the first option, maybe.
Yeah, most people would. That's why we work 40 hours a week and not 80 and then take a week off, because it's really not sustainable. So the reason that prosecutors like Jack Smith typically do not push for speedy trials is they don't want to rush their work. They want to do things deliberately. Now, here's the catch. In one of the few areas of the federal government where the prosecutor and the defendant typically agree, the defendant, the guy arrested or the woman arrested in the case, doesn't want a speedy trial either. Let me ask you a question. Justin, I arrest you for a bank robbery. I arrest you for the bank robbery. You know you committed the bank robbery. Do you want to go to jail quicker or do you want to go to jail later? Just take a stab at it. Yeah, he'll take his time. He'll take his time going to jail. Why is the government pushing for a speedy trial? Answer, because they want to get everything done before the election or during the election so they can interfere in election 2024. And their case sucks. If you're missing the video, you're missing out. The case is horrendous. They're trying to push up the case to move it along fast, even though the government and defendants never want a speedy trial, ever. Folks, I have done so many of these, it's exhausting to explain it. When you indict, usually I arrested people using a complaint. You have 30 days to get the trial process moving under a complaint. Now, why do you not have to worry about the 30 days? I arrest Guy on a complaint, a federal complaint. Because Guy's going to waive it. Because he doesn't want to go to jail quicker. These speedy trial things are never, ever used except now. It's almost as if the Biden administration and their chosen hack, Jack Smith, it's almost as if they know their case is extensive garbage and they're trying to move it into the election cycle to make sure they can do maximum damage. Somebody's really worried. You're not going to get this analysis anywhere else. Well, maybe Levin will do. Levin knows a lot about the system. He worked in the Justice Department. But if you aren't there, you don't know this stuff. Now, why is that? Why do most defendants also, why would they want to dump the speedy trial thing and waive their right to a speedy trial too? In the federal system. Just a quick primer here. Here's why. It works different than being a local cop. You're a local cop. You see, God forbid, a rape or an assault going on. You arrest the guy right there and you stop it, right? Get off that person. You arrest him. The investigation happens afterwards. You take a rape kit, you do the investigation, you get the guy's ID, the fingerprints. That's not the way it works in the federal government. In the federal government, usually someone comes in who's a victim of a crime, and they say, listen, I had my bank account stolen. You then do the investigation. By the time 2 years later that you arrest the guy, they are lock, stock, and two smoking barrels. They are guilty as sin. I've never seen anyone get off post-arrest. In my experience, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. If you arrest someone in the federal system, unless you're the FBI going after Trump, by the way, because they're political. If you're an honest law enforcement officer, not including what the FBI did, you're almost always guilty. So the guy who's arrested knows he's guilty. So like Justin said, he doesn't want to go to jail, so he waives speedy trial. This case sucks. Major league blows. I got this from Mike Davis. Mike Davis on Twitter. They're charging him, Trump, with the Espionage Act. I'm going to point out why this case sucks.
That's not even the issue, though. The issue is that they're even doing it to begin with.
But this U.S. versus Rosen case.
That's the issue.
That if you are going to be charged with these national defense information violations,
dog shit, and they're still prosecuting
you violated
him.
the Espionage Act by disclosing national defense information.
For all the people that say
I'm
they're
going to walk you
fucking
through
hood,
this
bro.
slow.
For all the people that say that they're fucking whoop-de-woo and this, and this, dog. Hey, bro. Y'all fake, homie. Y'all fake, bro. Y'all part of the system. You get what I'm saying? That's why I tell you guys, bro. All this bullshit of the inner city, bro. All these Democrats, bro. It's the gangsters, dog. It's the gangs. It's the gangs voting for this shit, bro. This shit makes no fucking sense, Hums. It makes no sense. Motherfuckers being prosecuted on a case that's dog shit, my guy. And imagine if they went and came after your kids, your loved ones. It blows my fucking mind, bro.
That the government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that at a time that they entered the unlawful agreement, the defendants knew the information that they sought to obtain and disclose was national defense information.
It's fucking crazy.
I.e., they knew the information was closely held by the government and that the disclosure of the information would damage national security. Now, here's where it gets interesting. And knew the persons to whom the disclosures would be made were not authorized to receive the information. Okay, follow me. Guy, you're always like the harshest judge of the show. If this gets a little too wonky, let me know. If you are going to charge Trump with the Espionage Act, someone he's giving this national defense information, classified information to, you saw it there, right? He has to receive it. You get it? Receive. Transmit. Receive. Hat tip the great 279er, one of the greatest sources ever, who pointed me to an interesting component of the indictment. He's written probably hundreds of these. Indictments, complaints, working with AUSAs and local prosecutors. And he noticed something interesting. that the part where they're charging Trump with the Espionage Act, where he's allegedly on tape showing someone classified national defense information, I have an interesting question for you, fellas. And ladies. Did that person receive the information? Because here's the transcript. This is in the actual indictment. Point 34 in the indictment, if you'd like to look, paragraph 34. Here's the transcript. Trump, secret. This is secret information. Look at this. You attack and, by the way, isn't that incredible? Staffer, yeah. Trump, I was just thinking because we were talking about it. You know, he said he wanted to attack. You did? It was done by the military and give it to me. Oh, I think we can probably, right? Goes on. I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try. Trump, declassify it. Staffer, figure out a yeah. Trump, see, as president, I could have declassified it. Staffer, yeah. Now I can't, but this is still a secret. Yeah. Now we have a problem. Trump, isn't that interesting? Here, they note in the indictment, at the time of the exchange, the writer, publisher, and Trump's two staff members did not have security clearances or need to know on any classified information about plan of attack of country A. Two problems with this. You sensing the big one? You picking up what I'm putting down, bunt fashion here? At no point in paragraph 34 do they indicate that these people actually saw the document or received any information at all. Let me do a little test for you folks. Let me do a little test. What does that say? Joe, read it. What did it say? I just showed you. Look.
Oh,
I just said look like Trump did. What was that?
Too fast, man.
Come on, stop dicking around. What was in there?
Hell if I know.
What do you mean you don't know? I just showed you.
I
just said
way
look.
too fast.
I'll tell you again. Here, look.
Oh, thanks, pal.
Yeah,
I could.
You received the information.
That's right.
Stop messing with the freaking audience. We don't have time for your games today. Okay. Joe clearly doesn't understand the Espionage Act. You get my... I'm messing with you.
I know.
This is my thyroid medication, if you'd like to know. I have a nasty thyroid. That's a train wreck after chemo. Not that you needed to know that, but now, Joe, you've received information, correct? Now, if someone else were to give you that information in violation of some HIPAA law, you'd be in trouble. But someone can show you... And ladies and gentlemen, listen, I get it that liberals love to play euphemisms and dicking around games. I'm not doing that. I'm being dead serious. I'm not suggesting this is awesome behavior that should be replicated. I'm not suggesting there's not a political argument to be made that you don't like this. Fair. You're going to try to put the man in jail for showing someone information under the Espionage Act they must receive, then you damn well better prove beyond a reasonable doubt that they received it. And the indictment, I've got news for you, because I've done indictments out the wazoo with prosecutors. The best the case is ever going to get is in the indictment. They interviewed these staffers. As 279er points out, why the hell then didn't they write, and staffer says they saw the information? Why isn't it in there? Because they never received it. Yes. He thinks I'm getting a little too wonky. It'll make more sense in the next paragraph. Paragraph 35. I'm actually ignoring you because I'm liking this a little too much. But you're not wrong. It probably was a little too wonky. I can't ask you a question and not like the answer. Here's paragraph 35. They do this again. Trump met at Bedminster with a representative of this political action committee. During the meeting, Trump commented that an ongoing military operation in Country B wasn't going well. Trump showed the PAC rep a classified map of the country and told the PAC rep that he should not be showing the map to the PAC rep and not to get too close. Not to get, I thought he wanted him to see it. I thought the Espionage Act says you have to receive the information. There has to be some conspiracy to get the national defense information. So in the first one, we find out Trump said, look, but we have no evidence they saw it. And then the second one, we have Trump telling this guy from a PAC not to get too close as he shows him a map, but there's no evidence he actually saw the map, and he actually tells the guy not to get too close. You're going to put this guy in jail. We have a thing here called beyond a reasonable doubt to prove someone guilty of a crime in a court of law. This is the best you've got? Don't get too close. One more thing. Folks, it never says at this point if the information was classified when this person allegedly was shown it without even indicating they saw it. What do you mean? Dan, you're being cute. I am not being cute. This is a legal proceeding. This is not a joke. When I was doing motorcades in the Secret Service, I've given this example 1,000 times. Before the visit happens, the motorcade route is typically either for official use only or classified at a higher level because you don't want people knowing where we're going to go on the motorcade route so they can attack the president. It may say classified on it. After the president leaves, folks, and everybody's seen him and waved to him on the route, it's no longer classified. But what if I find a document, it says classified? Great. It may be marked classified, but it's not classified when you found it. They never indicate that. This indictment sucks. This indictment is a flaming piece of garbage. Jack Smith knows it, and that's why they're pushing the Speedy Trial Act. They want this thing done. They want it done quick while they've got political momentum, and they want to do maximum political damage during the campaign season to Donald Trump. That is exactly what's going on. Twinkie's case, good question. He wants to know if Twinkie's case is far weaker because it relies on a non-existent campaign finance law at the city, state level. Twinkie's case is horrible. This is not as horrible. The recording could be damaging. But one more thing about this, and I'm going to get to the tapes, I promise. I'm wondering right now if Trump's team isn't confident about this thing because the meeting at Bedminster, folks, there are unquestionably video cameras there. Does Trump have video? In other words, if he showed at Bedminster or one of these meetings, right, Joe? If he showed them the document and they saw it like I showed you the medication, right? Yeah. If he showed them, surely there's video of it, right? Surely. What if Trump has the video and you can see Trump doing something like this? Hey, look, I got this in my jacket, and they never see it. I got it in my jacket pocket. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just saying. All right, let's get to the tapes. Let me get to my first sponsor first. Appreciate your patience here. I hope I didn't bore you with the legal stuff in that thing, but this case is a dog. That Speedy Trial Act is an indicator. No one ever pushes for a speedy trial unless your case sucks. Folks, most Americans are feeling the effects of inflation, filling up your car, grocery shopping, home repairs. Everything's more expensive. And most of you are paying these bills with a credit card. Consumer debt rose over $1 trillion with a T in the last year. It's the biggest increase in 20 years. If you're a homeowner, there's a way out. Call my friends at American Financing. They'll put together a plan to pay off the high-interest credit card debts and create meaningful savings for you every month. They're saving people just like you up to $1,000 a month. These are good people. Talk to them multiple times and closing in as fast as 10 days. Don't wait. Get yourself into a better position. Call their salary-based mortgage consultants today and see how much you can save. The 25 years of experience and 7,000 glowing Google reviews speak volumes about their ability to save homeowners money. It costs nothing to get started. If you start today, you could delay 2 mortgage payments, giving you greater savings up front. Call American Financing today. Here's the number. You ready? 888-994-7660. Again, 888-994-7660. Write it down, or you can visit them online. This is a .net address, by the way, not a .com. AmericanFinancing.net, AmericanFinancing.net, NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Thanks, American Financing. All right, let's get to the tapes now. Now, the tapes, of course, were conveniently timed to be delayed. Christopher Wray delayed giving this information to the FBI. It's clear at this point to give Special Prosecutor Jack Smith some time to go and prosecute Trump because, as we found out yesterday, this 1023 form the FBI has about a source giving information about the Biden bribe is freaking really bad. Now, for the 10,000th time, is anything going to happen legally? Not while Merrick Garland is in charge. Am I going to stop talking about it? Hell to the... No, I'm not. We are going to keep the attention on the real corruptocrat, Joe Biden. If you're not interested in that, show ain't for you. You want to talk about Trump all day? Fine. I'm not doing that. I'm talking about the real criminal here, Joe Biden. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Grassley on the floor yesterday, who, let's be honest, is not Mr. Excitement. And I like Chuck Grassley, but Grassley's not known as like a real fire starter. One thing about Grassley, and I think even Democrats would admit this, Grassley has a reputation, he is a Republican, for not getting ahead of his skis. He's got a long-standing, multi-decade reputation for if he's saying something on the floor, he means it. I want you to listen to this stunning revelation yesterday. It even caught me off guard. That there are tapes and that Joe Biden is on the tapes with the source who's alleged to have information about a $10 million bribe. But pay attention to the key part of this when he opens up. And the FBI redacted
Your
that
parents
to
voted
keep it
for that
away
son of a
from
bitch,
members
bro.
of Congress. The single most corrupt law enforcement operation anywhere in the country right now. FBI. Take a look.
Let me assist for the purposes of more transparency on this subject. The 1023 produced to the House committees redacted reference that the foreign national who allegedly bribed Joe and Hunter Biden allegedly has audio recordings of his conversation with them. 17 such recordings. According to the 1023, the foreign national possesses 15 audio recordings of phone calls between him and Hunter Biden. According to the 1023, the foreign national possesses 2 audio recordings of phone calls between him and then Vice President Joe Biden. These recordings were allegedly kept as a sort of insurance policy for the foreign national in case that he got into a tight spot. The 1023 also indicates that then Vice President Joe Biden may have been involved in bereavement employing Hunter Biden. Based on the facts known to the Congress and the public, it's clear that the Justice Department, the FBI, haven't nearly had the same laser focus on the Biden family.
Wait, what? What just happened? Again, Grassley, even sound, not radical liberals are not, sound, sane, rational Democrats, not a lot left, I get that, will tell you this guy's got no reputation as being a flamethrower at all. The FBI intentionally redacted this information that they've got the current president of the United States, former vice president, U.S. senator, on tape with a source who indicated that he took his family a $10 million bribe. Geez, that sound relevant to you, Joe?
Illegal procedure, 10 yards.
That is fucking crazy.
We're going under the hood for review. There is a TV timeout. That sounds to me like an a-hole move by the people in the FBI. And I think the
That is
zebras
fucking
on the
crazy,
field would
bro.
agree. You're also telling me, because here's the part that everybody's kind of, sort of, maybe missing intentionally. You're telling me as Donald Trump is on the phone with Zelensky in a call he's about to be impeached about, Zelensky, of course, who was running Ukraine at the time and still, that is, he's asking Zelensky about Hunter Biden and the Biden family potentially getting bribed by people in Ukraine, that the FBI knows that Biden's on tape potentially talking about a bribe in Ukraine and says nothing and lets Trump get impeached anyway?
Oh, my God.
The most corrupt law enforcement operation anywhere in the United States. The now fully
I'm
disgraced
legit getting
FBI.
I'm getting chills.
A walking, talking, smoking embarrassment to this country that does not deserve a penny of
That is
funding.
absolutely
The
fucking
mission
crazy, bro.
deserves funding. We never want to defund policing like the left. We want to defund corruption. And that is exactly
True.
what this organization is
True.
fully, completely corrupt. They redacted this information and never said anything while Trump was impeached, and they knew it was real. And they knew it was real. Just like they said nothing when 51 intelligence officials claimed Hunter's laptop was Russian disinformation, and these corrupt slobs had the laptop. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, we learned another gem yesterday, too, from the Washington Times and Susan Ferricchio. Oh, read this one. Read this little gemster. Bongino.com/newsletter is where all these articles are if you want to check them out. Biden ID'd as the big guy in a secret FBI memo alleging bribery scheme. This is the same memo. The same memo, which they redacted, by the way, to prevent you from learning about Biden being on tape in 2 of these 17 recordings, the other ones with Hunter, by the way, that the people involved referred to him as the big guy.
You know how many times, bro, I have had conversations with people about the AKA Deep State? Isn't that fucking incredible? Isn't that just fucking incredible, bro, that this is actually a fucking thing right now?
Vice President Biden with a $5 million payment in 2016.
Fucking 33 years old, bro, knowing for like 15 fucking years the moment that I started doing fucking security. And out of nowhere, bro, this shit fucking does it.
Because the business partner to the deal, Tony Bobolinsky, in a different deal with China, has an actual email which appeared on Hunter Biden's laptop, which said, hold 10% for the big guy. And Bobolinsky tells us the big guy was who, Joe? It was, what's his name again? Joe Biden,
Yeah.
that guy in the White House. The dude in the White House with the pride flag. Right, that guy.
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
Yeah, what do you know?
It's almost like the big guy was a nickname they used for Biden so they could pay him
Crazy,
off without
bro.
referring to him. So
Crazy,
weird. Because she even notes in the piece here that it mirrors a claim by a former Biden family associate who described the payout scheme for the big guy. And the big guy, the associate said, Tony Bobolinsky, was Mr. Biden. Guy's got it right, Joe. Total quinky dink. No. I was talking to a friend yesterday about this. And the friend was like, what more evidence do they need? I said, stop. I said, time out, my friend. It's not about evidence. The media and the FBI are fully corrupt. You will find this story nowhere on the left. I'm not sure the New York Times is even publishing anything about it. That the President of the United States is on tape in a bribery operation where they referred to him as the big guy, where the business associate says he's the big guy who was taking a cut of this bribery money. There's nothing. Don't worry about evidence here, folks. Don't even worry about it. What do you mean, Dan? Don't worry. We're going to continue to put the evidence out there. These people don't need convincing. Do you understand where I'm going with this? The New York Times and the Washington Post and the FBI knows Biden. They know Biden is guilty of a massive bribery corruption scandal. Listen, they know. They know. It's like arguing with them that 5 + 5 = 10. They're going, no, it equals 11. They know it equals 10. They're messing with you. So how do we combat that? We continue to put the evidence out so that persuadable voters out there know the president is a corrupt slob, which he is, and his family are a bunch of corrupt slobs. That's why we do it. We put the evidence out there because it's morally the right thing to do to call out corruption when we see it. But we play games too. Let's play a game back. What do you guys think?
True.
So lefties, libs out there, you don't know who the big guy is? You got a business associate to the deal saying the big guy is Joe Biden. You now have got an undercover in their paperwork, confidential human source, I should say, to be precise, indicating that in the paperwork, the big guy was Joe Biden taking payoffs. I got a simple question. Does this work for you guys? Let me accept your stupid premise for a second, you commies, that, you don't know, you're playing dumb. You don't know who the big guy is. Okay, who is it? You're a journalist, right? You can ask. Why don't you do some work? No, you don't want to know. So it's not Joe Biden, you're sure of it, even though every single piece of evidence indicates it's Joe Biden, and everybody's saying it's Joe Biden, the big guy. It's not Joe Biden, it's someone else, and you're not curious who it is? Journalism thing or something? There's a guy out there in a scheme with the president's family that's not Joe Biden, called the big guy. Is Joe Biden being framed? Don't you want to know? Oh, you don't, because you're foolish. That's why, right? Communist slobs, freaking commies, communist propagandist scum. Every single one of you. You know exactly who the big guy is. You should ask your liberal friends that. Oh, Biden's not the big guy. Who is it? Oh, we don't know. You're not curious? You don't want to look into it at all? Scum. Oh, I got more. Remember our sum of all fears? There's already been a first strike. Tapes. There's already been tapes. There are. Oh, yeah. And we got them. What was today, geez? Today like a dark Dan blackout coffee or just like, oh, gosh, that smell gets you going. You tired of the same old monotonous? Listen, for how many of you, I love this stuff. Forget all this. I'll read my own read. Blackout coffee. I love blackout coffee. I have 2 cups a day. I like it really strong. I pulled a little trick today. I put it in a grinder and I ground it up extra fine and put it in one of those old-fashioned pots. So it was almost like coffee, but espresso. That's why I'm all geeked up today. I absolutely love coffee. I'm a coffee nut. The only coffee I drink is blackout coffee. They put that hole in the back of the bag. Just pick one up. Take a good, deep inhale. You are going to smell what real coffee smells like. They love conservative values too. The owner of this company, all he cares about is 2 things: this country and coffee. From sourcing the beans to the roasting process, customer support or shipping. They've got an amazing work ethic. They love their customers. I get a ton of great feedback. The coffee's delicious, and they love the country. And believe me, they are not shy about it. Do me a favor. Go today. Switch your coffee from those liberal crazy brands.
I
to a
can't,
coffee
dude.
That tastes great.
That's like the one
and cares
coffee I
about
can't
the
wait to
country.
fucking try.
Blackoutcoffee.com/Bongino. Use coupon code Bongino for 20% off your first order. Ditch the other guys. Blackout Coffee loves this country, remains true to our values, and it tastes good. They're not looking for favors. The coffee's amazing. That's blackoutcoffee.com/Bongino or use coupon code Bongino for 20% off your first order. Pick it up today. Can't speak enough about it. Great stuff. Good guy. We hadn't had a coffee sponsor for a long time. I want to make sure we get the right one. Blackout Coffee's it. Check them out. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard in Some of All Fears with the strike, right? Remember the strike? When they're talking about a nuclear strike? There's already been a first strike. They have recordings? Folks, we already have recordings. We do. Yeah, we do. Now, if you're a P1 listener to the show, you probably heard these recordings before. If you're a liberal moron, a Democrat, or, you're a smart person who's just new to the show, you haven't seen these or heard these probably anywhere. These are real. Nobody's disputing the authenticity of them. This is a conversation. Joe Biden, he's right about to leave office as vice president. Donald Trump's about to take over. Joe Biden is the point man in Ukraine. He's talking to Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko here. The sound quality is not great. It's not Joe's fault. It's a recording of a phone. It's not something we got off like a crisp HD mic or anything, if they even have those. But this is Biden talking to the Ukrainian president. Remember, his son is working in Ukraine, and he's alleged to have taken a $5 million bribe from Ukraine. And there's someone looking into that in Ukraine, the bribe to Biden. And his name is Viktor Shokin, and he's a prosecutor general. This is Joe Biden on tape talking to the Ukrainian president about the firing of Shokin. Now, Petro Poroshenko has a thick accent, but I want you to pay very close attention about, 10, 15 seconds in or so, where the Ukrainian president, after being pressured to fire Biden, remember that? Well, son of a bitch, they fired him. This is what this is about. I want you to listen to the Ukrainian president say, hey, man, we fired this guy, but I just want you to know he did absolutely nothing wrong. Oh, really? This has been out there like forever? Yeah, like forever. Take a listen.
Assuming that there is a new government and a new prosecutor general, I am prepared to do a public signing of the commitment for the $1 billion.
And despite of the fact that we didn't have any corruption charges, we don't have any information about he doing something wrong, I especially asked him, no, it was the day before yesterday.
That's just incredible to me, bro.
To resign.
Incredible. Absolutely fucking incredible, bro.
Congratulations on installing the new prosecutor general. It's going to be critical for him to work quickly to repair the damage Shokin did. And I'm a man of my word. And that now that the new prosecutor general's in place, we're ready to move forward in signing that new $1 billion loan guarantee.
Post for putting that together. Well, what else do you need to hear?
That's insane.
What else do you need to hear? I don't mean to say that sounded like
can you fucking imagine how many people died because of that son of a bitch?
Maybe, some of you have this on and I get a lot of emails from people. Hey, Dan, we have a little car repair shop. We blast it. We love when liberals come in. If you're a liberal listening,
I don't know how Dan does it, bro. I don't know how
hear?
he's able to keep his composure like that,
The
man.
prosecutor, Shokin, who's investigating the bribe to Biden and the family dealings in Ukraine through Hunter Biden, Biden says, I'll do a public signing and get you guys $1 billion if you fire him. The guy says, I fired him. He didn't do anything wrong. And then Biden goes, hey, that's great. Let's get the $1 billion and do a public signing. What the do you need to hear? What do you need to hear, bro? Are you freaking stupid?
Crazy.
What do you need to hear? He's literally on tape talking about firing the prosecutor, investigating his son, while an FBI established credible source says he's been bribed, and the Shokin prosecutor's looking into it, and Biden gets him fired. What the do you need to hear? The answer is nothing. You already know this guy's a corrupt, rotting bag of oatmeal and a 5'10" piece of human garbage in the White House. You know it. You just don't care because you're a freaking tyrant communist scumbag. That's why. You are a commie scumbag. I told you before, you don't like the behavior of Donald Trump politically. I get it. Open argument to have. We have elections for that. But I want to see legal evidence that this guy actually committed a crime. You can't at least condemn this? Like, yeah, that sounds a little shady. What the is wrong with you, man? And to the media people, you're a freaking disgrace to humankind.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
You are a disgrace to the human race. Just find
Fucking
a
disgusting.
new job. You're really bad at this.
No,
You
disgrace to the
freaking
human race
life
and this
losers.
fucking country, bro. And every fucking armed serviceman that
there's
fucking gave
more
their life
on the
for
tape.
that fucking flag.
these
That
tapes go
fucking
on
flag.
forever.
That
More?
fucking flag,
Oh,
okay?
You know, you cut him. More? Of course there's more. Joe was nice enough to cut cleaner versions.
Crazy,
I gave him
bro.
crappy version.
Insane.
Here's part 2 of this. It's quick. In case you needed more evidence. Here's Biden on tape with the same Ukrainian president, Poroshenko, talking about how he's worried that Trump is going to find out what's going on there about their bribe and their deal and their firing of the prosecutor. Again, no one disputes the authenticity of these tapes. No one. Take a listen.
I don't want Trump to get in a position where he thinks he's about to buy onto a policy where the financial system is going to collapse and he's going to be looked to pour more money into Ukraine. That's how he'll think about it before he gets sophisticated enough to know the detail.
In other words, Biden does not want Ukraine asking for more money from Trump. Doing so would cause Trump to look into the details.
So anything you can do to push the Privat Bank to closure so that the IMF loan comes forward, I would respectfully suggest is critically important to your economic as well as physical security.
Critically important for economic and physical well-being. Biden goes mafia.
Hat tip OAN for that one.
Mind you, while Russia's trying to fucking take
Privat
over, bro.
Bank was one
Wow,
of the
it
banks
just, oh my
involved
God.
with the monies being sent to Hunter Biden and the Biden crime family. Biden wants it all closed down before
All
Trump
those
gets
fucking
sophisticated
kids, all those
and finds
fucking
out what's
parents,
going
those
on.
pets, those
What
birds, everything, the
else
buildings,
do you need to hear?
the
Joe Silla
economy,
in the
everything,
chat says I'm getting red.
just
I'm getting
throw 'em
red
down the fucking
because I
drain,
get
just like that.
frustrated. Because there are people on our side, not frustrated at the left. They're commies. I know what I'm dealing with. I can hate what they do, but I'm not frustrated or surprised by them. I get frustrated by people on our side that think they require more convincing the left. Oh, if you had a video of Joe Biden hand delivering the effing case of money to a guy and saying with a note bumper sticker on the side, only deliver money if you fire prosecutor looking into my son. If you handed him the freaking briefcase, the lefties would still be like, I don't know, could be AI generated. There is nothing you will tell them. Nothing. You are dealing with straight up commies. Yes, they thought there was a pee-pee tape. This is how stupid these people are. There is nothing you can tell them. Nothing. We put it out there for that sliver of the population and for your kids and everyone else who need to know what happened here. We are not going to let them take down Trump in an information black hole where we don't talk about their freaking corruption. No. Some tool bag in a freaking chat room the other day popped up on my thing. Oh, what are we talking about this? Nothing's going to happen. Go F yourself, bro. I'm dead serious. Go try and do it to yourself. You're damn right. You want me to give this guy a pass while they crap on Trump all day?
In the corner,
let's
bro.
just
Go
not
suck your
talk
own
about
fucking
the
dick,
most corrupt
dog.
president in human history. Are you dumb? What the hell is wrong with you? That's exactly what the left wants. They must be laughing at people saying that. Look, we got some idiots pretending to be conservatives. They don't want to talk about Biden either. What a gift. No, not here. No freaking way. Not a chance. Believe it or not, this case gets worse. You guys remember, this is a P1 thing. You guys in the chat, put a Y in there if you remember this. You guys remember Dong Jingwei? If you do, type a yes, a Y in there. This is about to get hairy. I just saw this before the show.
Sounds like a
I had to
street
send it up afterwards. Jojo,
in
it was right
in
before the show.
Chinatown.
Oh, this one is going to get dipsy-do curveball coming at you here. Last sponsor first. Folks, there are certain roles in government or politics that are harder to fill than others. It takes skills, experience, even specific personality traits for some of them. And if you're trying to fill an opening for Speaker of the House or Secretary of State, the process can take a long time. But not every role is that difficult to fill. That's because there's ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps you find the most qualified people for your roles fast. And speed is what you need in business. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right. At this website, ZipRecruiter.com/Bongino. ZipRecruiter's matching technology excels at finding the most qualified candidates for a wide range of roles. See a candidate who'd be perfect for your job? ZipRecruiter makes it super easy to send them a personal invite so they're more likely to apply. ZipRecruiter also offers attention-grabbing labels that speak to job flexibility like remote, training provided, urgent, and more. And it really helps your job stand out. See why the majority of employers count on ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simply go to this exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. It's ZipRecruiter.com/Bongino, Bongino. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/Bongino. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Check them out. Folks, you know Jennifer Van Laar, excellent reporter over at Red State. Now, a couple of people disputing some of this, but Jennifer's always been solid with her information. I trust her. If you want to read this article, you should. It's in the newsletter. So the Burisma guy, Mykola Zlochevsky, who's thought to be knee-deep and involved, obviously, in this whole bribery, Burisma, Hunter Biden scandal, right? Word on the street is that he could be an SVR asset, i.e., a Russian asset, which would be really weird because we were told Trump colluded with the Russians and engaged in a quid pro quo. And if Zlochevsky from Ukrainians Burisma is a Russian asset, then we know for a fact then that Biden actually engaged in a quid pro quo and colluded with a Russian asset, which is kind of like the ultimate dipsy-do. But that's not the whole point of the story. Whether he's an SVR asset, I'm going to hold out judgment on that. However, remember the story about Dong Jingwei. Dong Jingwei, according to Jennifer Van Laar's reporting, is supposed to be this massive Chinese defector. I don't mean massive in size, I mean massive in importance. A guy with deep knowledge of the Chinese Communist Party and their intel operation. He's alleged to have defected here a long time ago. Now, we hadn't heard a lot about Dong Jingwei for a long time. Van Laar writes that Dong Jingwei, it was reported, was that among the terabytes Jingwei brought with him to the United States was information related to, quote, details of meetings U.S. government officials had, perhaps unwittingly, with Chinese spies and members of Russia's SVR. Clearly suggesting here that this massive Chinese spy, Jingwei, right, that this guy may have brought evidence here of Joe Biden taking a bribe from a Russian asset. Might explain why you haven't heard anything about Dong Jingwei for a really long time. An amazing story. And if it turns out to materialize, I'm holding out judgment on this, but if it turns out to materialize, probably one of the biggest stories of our time. That was a huge story for a week, and then it just disappeared along with Dong Jingwei, who just seemed to disappear into the ether, and nobody heard about it again. Well, guys, wouldn't this make perfect sense? Why you never heard of Jing
Hey,
Wei again?
never forget,
You never heard
too,
of
about
Jing
that
Wei
fucking
again because we brought over
multi-billionaire that
information about,
happened to disappear the
Joe
moment they
Biden
started
getting
talking shit about the
bribed by a
CPP.
Russian SVR asset. Of course he's going to disappear.
Hey.
Folks, we no longer have a functioning justice system, by the way. The FBI is the single most corrupt law enforcement organization anywhere in the country. And to the men and women out there doing their jobs the right way, I really feel for you. But I'm very sorry. There were good people doing work at Enron, too. Had no idea about the scandal going on, which ironically was screwed up by the DOJ, too. But that's for another day. I'm really sorry. The organization needs to be disbanded. It is just rife with corruption. They've interfered in multiple elections. They can't get their heads that cranial rectal removal. We showed that Jim Brewer clip. That they need that. It just hasn't happened yet. Here is just prima facie evidence of what I'm talking about. You want to talk about the corrupt symbiosis between our disgusting Pravda commie media and our absolutely broken, corrupt FBI. Here is former acting director and deputy director of the FBI, hack, grotesque human being Andrew McCabe, nearly with Comey, double-handedly took down the FBI by themselves. Here he is on CNN. This is the lead PP tape hoaxer after Jim Comey. Here he is on CNN about the Trump indictment, talking about the difference between the Trump case and the Hillary case. And he leaves out important details. He talks about intentionality. Oh, Hillary Clinton didn't intend to do anything. But notice he leaves out the bleach bit and the hammer part where they destroyed the BlackBerries. Check this out.
What we had in the Clinton case was essentially 113 email conversations. This is of tens of thousands of emails reviewed, right? The 30,000 she handed over, plus many thousands more that we were able to recover. 113 emails over the course of 55 conversations, 8 top secret documents, 37 secret, not documents, content that was judged to be at that level, and 10 at the confidential level. Important to note that none of that was actual documents bearing headers and footers and classified stamps and portion markings and all the sorts of things you expect to see. It was simply content of conversations that implicated information that should have been classified at that level.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Inspector General concluded that the State Department Inspector General concluded that there was no attempt to hide this from the archives, hide this from the FBI.
That's correct.
It was, no one's justifying what she did in terms of this unsecure email server, but there was actual conversations.
Neither the IG nor the FBI was able to cover any evidence of intentionality, intention to remove material, intention to withhold material, intention to essentially converse in classified ways.
Hey,
so it was simply
I didn't mean to get drunk,
information that was
go
sent
150 miles an hour in my
Secretary
fucking
Clinton while she
Ferrari
was secretary,
and kill
and that she either
an
responded to
entire
or
fucking
received.
family inside a minivan.
Such human
I shouldn't go to
garbage.
jail.
He is such human garbage. I mean, how does this guy's family, how do they, I mean, did they tell him that this guy like died in a car crash? Really, to just get away from this life loser? By the way, I know guys who knew him in the FBI said he used to come in, this is the kind of guy he is, and he used to come in and work and brag about how his wife is a doctor or something and how he doesn't even spend his money at the FBI. It just goes into his savings account because he's like, he's Mr. Rich Guy. What a dipwad. Another guy described him as a briefer, a guy who's never worked a serious case in his life, but he's really good at getting in front of the room and briefing about it and telling people he did stuff. That's who this piece of human filth is. There was no, oh, and by the way, Justin said it right. Andy McCabe said, don't worry, the FBI said Hillary Clinton did nothing wrong. Oh, the same FBI said there was a PP tape and that retracted key information about the Russian disinformation laptop thing, and that hid the fact that there was a bribery scandal going on while Trump was on the phone with Ukraine. That FBI, you can stick that up your rump, Andy McCabe. Nobody gives a about you or your stupid information here about what the FBI said. You can kiss my ass on that. But notice how he lies, too. Did you guys catch the word game? There's a reason I gave you that motorcade story at the beginning of the show about classified markings. How a presidential motorcade is classified before the trip, but not after. Notice what he said there. He said, oh, in Hillary's case is different because the documents classified documents that she sent over email illegally didn't have classified markings. Well, number one, that's because they stripped them off illegally. And number two, the markings don't matter. I told you that. Just because a document is marked classified doesn't mean it's classified in perpetuity. It matters, but you see what he does here? So just to be clear, Andy McCabe, who used to run the FBI, you disgusting piece of human garbage. You're a disgrace. I can't stand you. You are human garbage. Just to be clear, you strip classified markings off. You can just take information and send it around the open internet. Human freaking garbage this guy is. Some CNN joke reporter tried to confront Kevin McCarthy, a speaker, about this. And you know what? Good for McCarthy. We don't have to agree on everything. But McCarthy's like, wait, you're from CNN, right? Don't you have Jim Clapper, disgraced DNI, PP hoaxer, and Andy McCabe at your network? This is how every question to CNN should be answered. Take a listen.
So your network hires Clapper, who literally lied to the American public, one of 51 other individuals that had briefings and used it politically to tell the American public that a laptop was Russia collusion, even though it had all this information about the Biden administration.
Disgusting.
Are you prepared to get rid of those people from your network? Because my concern as a policymaker is that when you weaponize government and now you're weaponizing networks, that is wrong. So we will take all of our power to make sure that the legal system in America gets the blinders back on and people are treated fairly. I have a real problem that your network actually pays people who did classified information and then lied to the American public to try to influence a presidential election, and then you put them on your network.
Lied, bro. You lied to us, man.
And I'm answering your
But you're not answering what
Oh,
the-
very clearly,
what the
because
House
what
is
your
prepared
network
to
has
do.
done has weaponized at the same time. I think equal justice is important for
Yes. Yes. Listen, we don't have to agree on everything. That's okay.
That's insane to me.
Dad, Leo DiCaprio Giffy guy from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That Republicans is how you answer every question from CNN. But that's not the question I'm asking. I don't give a shit about the question you're asking. You're from CNN. We have no respect for you. You hire PP hoaxers on your network. I have no respect for you.
That's incredible
Here's
to
the
me.
answer you're going to get. I'm not asking you for permission. I don't give a damn what question you're asking. Here's the answer you're getting. How do you like them apples? By the way, absolutely no debates on NBC. I'm going to play this tomorrow from the Media Research Center. I'm out of time today. 60,000 in the chat. Holy Moses. Blew it up today. Spread the word. Welcome Joe 1911 and everyone else new to the chat. You guys are awesome. I love having you here. Meet us back here tomorrow, would you? The chat starts at 10 a.m. The show starts at 11 a.m. all times Eastern. Rumble.com/Bongino. You can always watch on delay too. Do me a favor if you would. Click that follow button. You can also join me on Locals there on Rumble too. You see it's a join and follow button. It's all it's free Rumble. We appreciate it. Also follow me on Apple and Spotify. I got some flame for you tomorrow too. I've got some more stuff on this case. This is going to get spicier. Don't go anywhere this week. See you back here tomorrow.
You just heard the Dan Bongino Show.
Crazy. Crazy. Yo, guys. Susie just texted me. She needs me to go. She just texted me again. So, I gotta end the stream, dudes. I gotta go run some errands real quick with her. So, tomorrow, guys, again, nice and early, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. And then we'll hit it again. We did pretty good in the climbing, but we're going to call it a day right now, okay? I really do appreciate everybody. Thank you for everybody that came over here on the fucking channel and everything. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Later, dudes. You guys have a good one. Have a good one, boys. Let me see. GG, guys.